Good morning, Internet, and welcome back to the Happy Abyss. The Regolith melter is pretty much up to temperature. So we'll go over a bit of the details and some of the things that can happen. First off, this temperature sensor really needs to be set to just barely above the melting point. So Regolith melts at 1409. So this really needs to be 1409. And the reason for that is when this comes out, this you can see is 1416, it's too hot. It's actually melting the regolith down here. And now it's taking too much energy, and so this magma spike gets too big. So I had that set up a bit high in order to get this all up to temperature, but now that it is, I wanted to just barely melt. When this closes, this will spike above 1409, and then we should be able to go back and forth. See, these tiles are all nice and screaming hot. See, by the time we're getting to here, the tiles are only at 800. So right now, I'm working on a second steam room. And you see all of these are up to nearly top power. And some of these are getting warm. We'll see if the temperature goes up too high. I can adjust these temperatures by turning this down a little bit. I think it's a little bit too much for this aqua tuner to handle. But we'll see. And you definitely don't want this spike touching this metal. You want insulated tiles, or when this closes, it heats up your magma spike and then you can't cool it down, and it's all bad. Right now this stuff is still coming out pretty darn hot, which is why I want a second steam room. You know, because I need to waste more power. Hydrogen engine. Oh. One of my big rockets is back. Nice. This is one of the thermium rockets. Yeah, and so the way this works is these are now only 20 degrees below melting. So as it comes through here, it solidifies the magma, the hot igneous rock comes out, and it takes 5 times as much energy to cool down the igneous rock as it takes to heat up the regolith. So this comes out just slightly below its melting point at 1408, but it takes a lot more energy to cool it off. How much do you have? Come on, there's the save. Okay, so we're still doing good. I made all these out of steel because I was pretty much out of thermium, so hopefully that will help. And see, it's not running a full tile or a full rail of igneous rock back yet. And part of that's because this is too hot. You can see a lot of these are coming through and they're melting down here. They're not even making it up. But now that we turn this down to 1409, that should get there. And that might have to be 1410. No, it's still closed. As long as it closes, this whole spike will, this whole C shape will get more than hot enough. I think we need to up the priority. While we were waiting for that to heat up, I finally tamed this gold volcano. So, yay, we have all the gold volcanoes tapped. I didn't open the cool slush geyser yet. And how's the polluted water looking? Yeah, we're still using it up. About as fast as we're getting it. Oh, let's look at the temperatures over here. So this is now fully stabilized. So the oil is coming in at 22. It's warmed up a bit from the oil well. It comes out of the liquid vent at around 80. Let's look at liquid. And then as it comes down, It's 428, 504, and evaporating as soon as it reaches this temp shift plate. So as this temp shift plate cools, it then closes the door, but it's not even making it down to the bottom, really. That then all gets forced out the top, and by the time the gas gets up here, the gas is already back down to 100 degrees. So we heated it up to 500 and back down to 140. Then as it comes around here, this slowly cools down. And see, it's negative 90. So it's still got another 100 degrees to go in that distance, which is no problem. This side then comes up and it's, 7, 8 degrees here. And by the time it gets back over here, it's back up to 100. So nice and balanced. Yeah, these stabilized. I thought these might be warming up, but this stabilized nicely. So this room's sticking right around 700, injects some heat, and goes around. Some of these bottom ones are a bit warm, but 38 degrees is not bad. The whole base is still surrounded by chili. Alright, let me queue up the next part of the steam room, and then we gotta get the rail going through. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. Somehow some magma got up here. Guess it's not flowing out of this tile fast enough. That's alright. This I can just set down a little bit. And then as it touches, it will cool off a bit. I mean, this is all still stupid hot. It's got another 3 degrees to come down. And there's quite a bit of it. Remember, each one of these packets is only 20 kilograms, and you're trying to cool 1,000 kilograms of magma. But yeah, once the blade gets full length, then you start getting the full rail. Dupes are down here building away. I extended this so all that hot stuff goes in here, and then I'm going to ship it down this rail, which reminds me I need temp shift plates. Luckily, I have all of the diamond in the world. It's one thing I do like about the close by asteroids. You don't need a lot of resources from them, but one of the ones you get is diamond. Oh, that one's in the wrong place. Screw it. And then coming down this, you see I have the liquid vents for each of the steam vents just dumping out directly so it can cool as it goes down the line. God, it's just a lot of stuff. And then once it gets here, it then starts rotating until it gets the rest of the way down in temperature. Actually, one thing I'm going to do, the base game is still quite stable. So let's adjust. Is it in the saves? Thought it was in game. Oh, here. Yeah, I'm just looking in the wrong place. So I'm going to adjust the autosave, because now the save is taking quite a bit of time. With all the stuff going on, it does have a lot to think about. So yeah, let's let the dupes build. Up the priorities so that more people come and deliver. While they were building that, another one of my big steam rockets came back, and we ended up with melted copper over here, because these things, they're hot. I wonder if it took out some of the automation. I already had that happen once. One of these, this one melted the automation wire. I had to switch it over to thermium, which I suppose... I haven't really checked what the actual temperature is on a steam engine. How hot can it actually get? I don't know, once this one comes back, we'll try to pick up on the hottest part of the exhaust. How's this doing? I don't know, I'm hearing some weird noise, so I gotta see what the heck that is. Ah, I figured it out. I was hearing weird aqua tuner noises, and while my dupes were building, they accidentally crossed 2 pipes. But that's all sorted out. See, this oil's warming up just from that one oil well. Actually, what does the bottom of the map look like? Oh, I've still got... Yeah, I've got plenty of oil. I was afraid I'd pump through a lot of it because 10 kilos at a time is quite a bit. But yeah. Nope, nope. That's not what I want. Don't really know if I need to seal this in, but it makes me feel better. Oh, that's the one I just tamed? No, that's the old one. Where's the other one? Oh, there you are. Okay, so you're all pumped out. You charged up the battery, and now you should be chilling, or are you down to temperature? Oh, well, duh, it's very cold. Okay, now this seems to be behaving a little bit better. This is coming down. This needed to just solidify a bit more, and it will be good. I just thought of this. I've just about eaten all the fried mushrooms, so I think it's time to allow the dupes to eat the barbecue, because there is 4 million calories of it. It's like, I gotta be close enough. We can leave 100,000 fried mushrooms lying around. Oh, that's all my shovels. It's weird, did I end up with too many? I did. Yeah, it's not quite balancing out correctly, but I've got plenty of food. Alright, now we're just waiting on this hydrogen rocket to come back, and we'll see what the temperatures are. And it's coming back during a meteor storm. Let's keep the temperature map up. The problem is I'm way against the side of the map. So right now this still considers it a vacuum. I don't get any heat. No, there's some up there. So that's nothing. The next tile is 1726. And that's all 1726? Alright, and then when it gets up to something else, it drops. Never looked at that before. I guess it is 17... No, there's 1730. I guess when it bounces back on itself, I saw 1740. Okay, so not hot enough to melt thermium, but hot enough to melt steel. Yeah, so can't do tungsten, can't do thermium, can't do abyssalite, can't do obsidian. Right? Yes, it's 1,000 off that. Well, all of this tile is 1,400 degrees. Another reason to have this big heat sink here is you saw that regolith come down here and land. If this was just diamond tiles, that's enough regolith to actually cool it off. My first design, I kept running into that issue that... I melted the letters. That these doors would open, it would dump regolith down on here and then cool it off. It was really annoying. So yeah, we are right there. Are you gonna cool off? Yeah. I want this to just barely close just above the melting point or right at it. That way I keep the heat out of here. Ideally, I'd like this to be condensing somewhere around here. And if too much magma gets in here, it just ends up popping off into vacuum. So I don't have to worry about this really overflowing, because if it gets too big, it just evaporates or gets sucked into the vacuum of space. There's got to be some hot objects. Yeah, magma does not come down fast in temperature. So yeah, the Regolith melter is up and running now. I just got to get more steam because this stuff is still coming out. It's only 240. It's really getting down to 240? Okay. I thought it was more like 500. Yeah, see, that stuff is 500. What the hell? Well, must have come during my construction. I don't know where that came from. Oh, I know what's going on. I'm like, what happened to all the igneous rock here? All this insulated pipe is made out of igneous rock. They are grabbing the hot stuff and making the pipes out of it. Which is, hey, perfectly fine by me. Yeah, I should be all set to turn this on. Fortunately, this isn't interacting with this water, but it should start. No, you should send a green signal if you are below 135. Alright, now I just need this water to heat up and to finish these rails. I just need a bit of steam to interact and then it should flash the rest of the water. Oh, really what's going to happen is this igneous rock is going to cool off, it's going to get kicked out, and then more hot stuff will come in. There it goes. And then the next batch of hot. And this stuff is plenty hot, but it's just not interacting. What about in here? Yeah, it is, just not very fast. That's fine. Didn't actually... Okay, good. This is all insulated pipe. I thought maybe I put in some of the wrong pipe and I was actively cooling my steam room. What got hurt over here? How did that get damaged? I don't know. I don't know. I just want this to be steam. It's only 100 kilograms of water. You'd think it'd warm up faster. I guess it is slowly transmitting heat down this entire pool of water. But that's pretty close to steam. Alright, well, I guess I thought that would go faster. Man, it is so close. I finally got this side to pop off. Actually, we need to get you up a little bit. And these steam turbines won't produce as much power. Their job is to eat all the heat. It's like it's just condensing down here. And as that steam moves back, it should be interacting with the temp shift plates. Just a lot of mass in here to get warmed up. Ooh, this side started flashing. Perfect. Because as that happens, then all of this starts interacting with the water. Come on, you can do it. Ah, 99, so close. Yeah, heating up that water ate a lot of heat out of this. But now we're getting nearly a full rail out of... I need to turn that up a little bit. I think so. There it goes. Oh, this is boring as all hell. These steam turbines aren't doing anything. I know I've got another 20 degrees to go before they start going off, but I thought this stuff was coming in warmer. And that tile's 500 degrees. Yeah, this stuff is 500. Okay, once this is running more, I get more temperature on this side. Okay, good. For some reason I thought this stuff was coming out at 200, but... Why are you doing that? What? Somewhere I got some pipes crossed in here. How did I do that? There it was. Found it. Oh, that's annoying. Well, it seems like I'm going to need a liquid filter to get that water out. Let me work on that. Alright, quick liquid filter later. Able to get the water out of there now. It seems to be rotating correctly. Thought I did that right, but yeah. Now this room is mostly up to temperature. I mean, this whole point is to get this down below 130, 135. Screw it, let's just say 130. Overheated. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Alright. So, I know you're supposed to get overheated. So if I deconstruct you... Oh, I went into debug mode there to look at it. Sorry, that's my bad. What did I just deconstruct then? No, I wasn't. Damn it. I thought I wasn't. I just turned it off and somehow turned it back on. Hate it when I do that. There, see? You guys go away. I don't know what the heck I clicked on. But now we're rotating. I try to leave in all the mistakes and me screwing up, but a lot of times I go into debug mode to look at other things, and I forget that I'm in there. But that, somehow I was, and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and we're still bringing steel back. Perfect. Well, this is all working as intended. We're sucking the last bit of heat out of the igneous rock. We're now making quite a bit of it. Yeah, I made this bigger than I needed, but that is fine. I think I want to try melting other stuff. I think that'd be fun. But let's look at the charts. Because now my average power wasted, we get to add another spike to it. It's glorious. At some point I will run out of oil down here. So I'll have to tap another couple of oil wells. Let's see, how many do I need? I've got one tapped, but I'm using 2 of it. In fact, that one I can probably turn down. How much petroleum do I have? Yeah, I have 23,000. So you I can turn down to 1. And then if I just tap 3 more oil wells, I'll always have 10 kilos. Could probably even run another couple of those. Anyway, the big melter is done and working. Right now we're just melting regolith. But I think I'll start loading up other stuff and see what we can melt with it. Anyway, hope you all enjoy. Hope you all want to build some big stupid things because they're hilarious. And, you know, if you can't get the big power spike power wasted in this game, are you even really trying? Anyway, thanks again. Hope you all have enjoyed this map. I'm sure we'll have a few more episodes of me melting some stuff, maybe digging some more. And then there should be a couple of updates and spaced out to go check. Anyway, hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time.